And we're going live right before I clicked on this button. Some other person went live, and I'm like, son of a gun, I was going to go live earlier on, and I should have done it. It doesn't make any sense to do the live while another person's doing a live of the strip, because what ends up happening is it's like, you ever wonder why there's no major TV shows on a holiday? You ever wonder why there's no competing things going on when the Super Bowl's happening? It's because it doesn't make sense for two things that are popular to happen at the same time. You don't want to be up against Game of Thrones. I'm up against Game of Thrones, everybody. That's what it is. Rick and Morty did okay, though, against Game of Thrones. How's it going? Oh, my God, my computer is on. Oh, failure 101. How's my audio? Mic check. Mic check. Stephen Campbell is here. Hi, Lance. How you doing, friends? Toddley is here. Brand new to the chat, Toddley. Welcome, my friend. Jerry 101. That's Jerry 101. Getting to know Jerry starts at Jerry 101. Then you go into the advanced courses of Jerry in the future. Did you get my email? Probably, Jerry. I get a lot of emails. I don't know what it was about. I'm so sorry. I'll look for it, my friend. Happy Easter. Wait, no, that says Happy Saturday. Hello, I'm here. Jerry's here. Jerry McLean is here. I'm glad he's here up in the Seahawkville. I sound good. All right, good. We're here. Yeah, I went live right when the Super Bowl was happening. Don't. It's my fault. Oh, well. I should have done it earlier. But I was doing face mask orders and stuff like that. And it is what it is. I upgraded my computer today, put more memory in it. Something I didn't even have to do. Adobe Premiere Pro is one of the buggiest pieces of software that has ever been invented. And I typed this in one day. I type in Adobe market cap and see what they're worth. And I find out that they're worth like billions of dollars. And they can't make freaking software that works well. Every time I would open my projects in Adobe, it would balloon up to use all the memory of my system, upgraded the memory, doubled the memory, used all the memory of the system. Long story short, it was way too hot to go out of my house today. It was 113 degrees today. It was only supposed to be 111. Paul is here. Hello from Leamington, Ontario again. That's cool. I sent you an email about Skylofts as well, but I figure you got a lot of emails. I'd love to see the Skylofts. I don't even know when you're here. I'm sorry. I'll take a look for it again. I would hate to ask you to have to send it to me again, but that might be helpful too. What is going on? My phone is vibrating. It sounds angry, doesn't it? It sounds angry. All right. I appreciate you guys being here like you don't even know. So let's talk about Las Vegas. Let's talk about what the casinos have secretly done. News at 11. We'll talk about that. But how was your day today? We went on a bunch of different places today. We had to go to Hobby Lobby. We went to our favorite pho noodle soup place, Pho Saigon 8. That was on Spring Mountain Road. I had to go to Best Buy to do a curbside pickup. Nowadays, you can't go into a Best Buy store. You can only buy things like this, and they bring it out to your car. It's convenient, if not the way I want to shop. You know, I'm sure they're losing money because people would oftentimes buy more than they intended by walking through the store, but that's what that is. Rumors are right now that the Cosmopolitan will be laying off up to 3,100 people come August. The not a rumor is that the Venetian will stop taking reservations all throughout the weekdays, so Monday through Thursday, and just do Friday, Saturday, Sunday for dinner reservations. And Vegas is slowly losing its ever-loving mind. And nobody knows when this is going to end. Does it end when a vaccine shows up? I don't know. Why don't you tell me? Does it end when people realize that this thing here is something that we can work around slowly but surely? I don't know. I've got Lompoc, California, Olds, Alberta. Man, that's a place that nobody knows. I know, and the shadow knows. 600 away from 30,000. Yeah, I guess that would be true. And I probably should have done a video today, but I tried to do it in my car. The wife was at Joann's Fabrics. Before I went to Hobby Lobby, tried to do a video in my car. It said my phone was too hot and it was going to shut down. I canceled my trip for this week. I'm sorry about that, Arthur. Yeah, it's a lot of fear and a lot of panic and a lot of uncertainty. And people don't like uncertainty. So excited. We'll be on Vegas on the 26th. Very fun. Tina, welcome to the Vegas show. And here's Steven. It's the show that never ends. I do these every single night. Tonight I am competing against a big, huge blogger. That was not very smart of me, but I did what I did. Whoa, J Mac, what are you doing? I am here and all bars closed at midnight last night. This is true. I was talking to a friend of mine. Wow, look at that. My camera's recording. It shouldn't be recording. Hold on, everybody. This was dumb of me. Dumb. I've been recording my entire live stream for God knows why. Now it's showing my exposure. I hope that goes away right below my face right there. That's so weird. Thank you so much, Jay. That is the most generous, man. Is that because you can't go to the bars and you're not spending that money? I don't know what to tell you. That is nuts. Jay, you're too nice, man. I appreciate it. And a gorilla in a monkey suit is just the kind of humor that I like. That was crazy nice of you. Thank you so much. No, anyways. Oh, look, it went away. So no more exposure level meter on the bottom. We are going to make the best of the situation since we are coming out of the 19th for a week from tomorrow, Going to support Vegas economy best we can, and we appreciate that. But the casinos are losing their minds. Steven, you're the only big, huge vlogger in Vegas. That's not true. You have Brian Christopher, but he's not just a Vegas channel, and you got a bunch of other channels that are out there too that are much bigger than me. I got at least 2 or 3 of them. And they're good channels. And I'm burping up spaghetti because we ate pasta tonight and it was delicious. The wife makes the best sauce in the world. I'm quarantining in Pennsylvania after my Vegas vacation. Robert feels the responsibility to do that. That's very nice of him to do. And I just realized that I do have a face mask, but you won't be able to see it because it is a baseball face mask. And there's no way to get you to see this. Oh, wow. I'm supposed to be advertising the masks. I can advertise in 1 sec. I want to advertise them. It's not really a supposed to thing. But look at this one. This is so funny. Look. What's that going to look like? Oh, I'm sure. Oh my gosh. Look at this thing. How are you? Oh man, I should just do the whole freaking stream like this. That is some stuff right there. That is some wild, weird stuff. These are the stitches from the baseball, and you can't see it. I'm more fun than the others. Well, guys, I'm only fun because I'm not all that handsome, and when you're not handsome, you have to have a good personality. And that's what that is. The other guy walking the strip tonight always points the phone on the sidewalk or the street. Well, sometimes you do. Oh, by the way, I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow, just so you guys know. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to do a live stream. I'm going to be on the strip tomorrow, and I am going to do that because I want to show you guys what it's really like out there at least once a week. So if you guys want to, I will be out there on the strip tomorrow. You guys might want to come down and see. We'll just call it, I don't know, 7:30, okay? I'll be on the strip tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. So if you guys want to come out and see me, you guys can do that. That's cool. My wife chose the background today. I asked her, I said, what do you want as a background? And she chose this one. You're still better than the other. You speak the truth and don't do clickbait. I mean, I've been accused of doing clickbait in the past, but when I say clickbait, I mean lies. Lies, yeah. You don't want to do those. It's supposed to be 114 tomorrow. Yeah, that's why I'm not going anywhere until later on, which is totally untrue because tomorrow I have a honey-do list that brings me to Walmart. Whoa, Sherry Johnson. That is a rocking hippopotamus, if I do say so myself. What is he doing? Is he playing the air guitar? Is he cocking a shotgun? I'm confused. Tamara says, where on the strip? For the sake of it, let's just say I start at Planet Hollywood because they always have parking. I've had them shut me down for parking at the MGM and also at the New York. And it's fine. I'll start at the Planet Hollywood and we'll do a strip walk tomorrow and it'll be fine and we'll do it at 7:30. And I do realize that by tipping my hat as to when I'll stream, I'm setting myself up for failure because then that person will just stream over me again. Although that wasn't the case tonight. He couldn't have known I was doing a stream. He just did his thing, and that's what happens. VegasFaceMask.com. Even this one you can see through it to an extent, but it's still better than what I had. And that's a funky looking mask. You can see the Bellagio fountains through this one, so it's magical. Anyways, the only 2 face masks you'll ever need. I had somebody email me today. I'm going to read you the email that he sent me. This is pretty cool. May I start by saying that your masks are the best I have ever purchased. I must have about 25 different masks from different manufacturers. From the delivery, presentation, and gift wrap to the detailed construction of the masks, I am thoroughly impressed. The materials are top-notch. I love the soft fabric and excellent stitching. The patterns are a lot of fun too. Well done, and I love your channel. Take care, stay safe, and many thanks, SW. We're not going to say the name. Wall Street's in the house. Da Bears, Wall Street Warlord. All right, so there's what it is. Am I going to go north or south? Well, I'm going to go east to west on the strip, which will confuse you. No, I'm going to go north from there. Ooh, spit some ice. And then I'm going to go south. So I'm going to go north on the side of the street that's on the east side, which is Planet Hollywood, Paris, Bally's, Flamingo, Cromwell, Harris. You know the drill. Then I'll loop all the way back around. I mean, tomorrow is what? Sunday. And I have to work Monday. And I got to bring the car in. So I cannot on Monday, I got to take the car to the mechanic, scared to death about that. It's going to cost me an arm and a leg, probably over $1,000 because it's very old and has many problems. And so I want to do that tomorrow. So if I don't have the vehicle, I don't have to worry, and I can at least show you. And I don't want to show you the strip on midweek. It's a terrible mess. It's not a lot of people there. Okay, so greetings from the east side. East side. I got the ugly old fat man in the room. I hate saying that. It sounds terrible. It's a cozy 106 degrees in Vegas. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I have my... I do have that up there, don't I? I get to tell you what the temperature's like. Yeah, so I'm going to have to start kicking up my video game. Not video game with the thumbs, but videos on YouTube game. And I have a bunch of things to do. And I have a bunch of important things to bring you guys here on the channel that are important to me. Might not be important to you. Do your next live on the strip. And Joe, I just said tomorrow I'll be on the strip. Absolutely. Okay. Hello, everyone. John Boy is here. John Boy here. Super nice guy. I could never table. I don't know what that, whatever. Anyways, so you guys are having a good night. Ask me some questions about Las Vegas. We can give you guys some answers. But the casinos have secretly done something insane. From what I'm hearing, the casinos have basically chartered a letter, and the letter says something to the effect of, and it's scary for bloggers. It is scary for bloggers. It's something to the effect of fully internal, classified communication, sharing invasive persons of interest identification. So basically, anybody who wants to walk through the casino with cameras, whoa, Larry Las Vegas is here from Minnesota. Thank you so much. So anybody who wants to just leisurely stroll through the casinos and take video of everything, you got another thing coming. You might have a problem with that. So I wouldn't recommend it. Tomorrow I will not be popping in and out of the casinos because we can always be on the strip. And even then, that might go away. They could always start enforcing the fact that they own most of the land out there, not allow you to blog on the front of the strip. But you know what? We got a lot of stuff going on. We have things like, you know, the possible layoffs of 3,100 people at the Cosmo. We have the possible close down of some of the shops because the shops aren't making much money. And somebody texted me today and said something to the effect of, nobody's shopping, no shopping bags, no this, no that. And I said, well, it's going to be old school Vegas for a while. Old school cool. You come into Vegas, you gamble, you might go and do a dinner, and then you gamble, and then you go home. And then you go home. But I want to know what you want to think about the whole situation. Is it a cluster you know what? And I also want to know why I only have 90 likes, but 470 people have been nice enough to tune in to find me here on the channel. It's ridiculous the age of social media and digital devices. This is true. Connie says somebody's not responding. I don't know if it's me that's not responding. I am trying to respond, my friend. Let me see if it's me we're talking about right here. I don't know what's going on with anything. It's my first day live streaming. And what do I know? Okay, let's see here. Mexico is here. ¿Cómo está, Israel Gonzalez? Okay, and we got, I thought you were Christian Slater from Mr. Robot. Not quite. Christian Slater is a cool guy, though. Got to run, Steve. See you tomorrow morning, I hope. Ernest, tomorrow morning. Yes, I'll be up tomorrow morning. I'll do some stuff tomorrow morning, and that is what I will do, and I'll make a video tomorrow. Again, I have a good video, and the good video topic is basically the fact that the casinos don't have to report anything about their C19 numbers to anybody, and that's a scary idea. That just frightens the heck out of me. I don't like that idea. I know we can't see you behind the chats. I don't know. Am I on this side or the chat's on this side? I suck then. Let's move ourselves over a little bit. Are you guys good? For you guys. I'm a little bit further over. And hopefully that's better for you guys. Does you find that better right there? Okay. Hi there from the South Orange, New Jersey. South Orange, New Jersey. My uncle was there this week and won 3 jackpots of $12,000. So we got to go find Southern Girl Adventures' uncle and hang out with them. All right, so I heard about a report that LV housing prices will fall over 20% by May of 2021. Yeah, Bree, I see a lot of reports too. The way I look at those reports is that they're not really based on anything that I can see that's truthful. It's just speculation. We can speculate that the price of gold will go up to $10,000 an ounce or $20,000 an ounce, and then it will drive up the gold prices because everybody will buy it now, and then it won't really be worth that much, and then people will have owned a bunch of gold. Hey, great show. What camera do you use? A GoPro? No, I mean, I do have a GoPro. It's in my bag, which is over there. I actually have 3 GoPros. I have a GoPro 3, a GoPro 4, and a GoPro Hero 7 Black. I want a GoPro Hero 8. So if anybody wants to donate one or just hook a brother up for real cheap, you could do that. But I want to use one again because they're convenient, but you can't use them in the heat in Nevada. They actually burn up really fast. No, for some of my videos in the past, I've used this GH2, which is really heavy now because it has a giant heavy lens on it. That's a big old lens. And then I use a G9, and then I've used my Samsung Galaxy S20. I use a various amount of cameras. You guys can ask me about that stuff if you want. Let's see here, 250,000 Nevadans at risk, yep. Mary doesn't usually catch me live. I'm glad you're here, Mary. San Francisco rents have gone down. Stephen Evans' mom lost her wrench, and she doesn't know why. It wasn't anything I did. Sometimes YouTube has stupid things. I can't get a hold of Evans' mom. I don't even see her in the chat. Let's see if she's there. She should be there. I don't know why it's. I see Evan's mom G. I don't think that's the same person. I don't think Evan's mom G is the same person. I know that person. I'm going to text her right now, and we'll get to the bottom of this because that's very bad. I don't like that. That's not the way I roll. So Jorge, I gotta do this real fast. So let's just text her right now. Hey, so, okay, I'll fix it. I'm going to tell her it. So I don't see Evan's mom. I just see Evan's mom G, and I don't even know who that is. Oh, I see you, Evan's mom. You have a blue wrench. Everybody see Evan mom? Can you guys confirm she has a blue wrench in front of her name? That's what she has. Yeah, she has a wrench. I never took anything away. No way in Las Vegas cannot make it without conventions and everything closed down. Las Vegas is dead, sorry to say. Oh, my good friend Frank Lasco is here. He actually worked 33 years at the Flamingo, so he's an expert on the local economy. Not, that's what Wayne Campbell would say, not. Anyways, none of us are an expert on the local economy. That's why I'm a guy on a webcam and you're a guy on the other side of the keyboard telling everybody it's going to be going down the drain. And I'm sorry, Frank, I don't want you to have it go down the drain. I want you to have the 50th year anniversary and retire with a full pension if they still offer that. Why are some other bloggers pumping and promoting Vegas real estate sales? Wall Street asks. Oh my God, that's a good question. Now, before I have to give you guys, so we have some filters on the channel. We're not talking about any bloggers by name anymore because, believe it or not, I was recently threatened with a lawsuit, which I don't even understand. I'm completely confused. So we don't mention names on the channel anymore. Plus, we want to promote positivity about Las Vegas and the Vegas blogosphere, videosphere, O'Shea's. O'Shea's was a fun place. I wonder if they're closing soon. So there's some bloggers that pump it up. Now, in all honesty, I have a video with my friend Josh, and he's a realtor, and we're talking about that because people want to move here. So there's number one, people want to move to Vegas. Californians want to get out of California. They want to move to Vegas. Okay, fair enough. You have every right to do that. But I think saying, is it a good time to buy in Las Vegas? That's the problem. It's not really a good time to buy anywhere. Evan's mom is back. Boom, shakalaka. Oh man, that's from NBA Jam from back in the day. Give me a thumbs up or tell me if you remember NBA Jam from the arcades and the Genesis and Super Nintendo days. So right now, really not a good time to go ahead and buy a house in Vegas, in this humble opinion of this person. If any blogger wants to tell you that, all I will say is I think I have harbored a lot of trust, the best I possibly can, with you guys. I've tried to be very transparent and open up front. I'll tell you it's probably not a good time to buy, but if you want to hear, he's on fire. If you want to hear about the real estate game, I'm going to bring you a guy who'll be glad to, I got all the NBA Jam quotes, that'll be glad to go ahead and give you the straight dope on stuff, okay? So if you're going to buy a house, great. But we shouldn't be promoting, I don't think right now, home sales necessarily in Nevada. It's not a good time to take a $0 down mortgage. We've been here all before. It's not a great time to buy a house. You should be waiting until September if you're going to buy a house, unless you have a pressing need. There's at least one person in this chat likely who knows, I know them, I've talked with them on the phone, super sweet person, who has a pressing need to move to Las Vegas. Do it. Do it. Do it now. Move. Do it. Come on. I dare you, move to Vegas. It's fantastic. But it's not fantastic if you don't have a job and if you don't have the means to move here. So why are they pumping it up? I don't know, man. You know, you can take your channel and you can do like I did, where I did that sponsored video. Maybe they're doing sponsored videos, but there's this big rule on YouTube that when something includes paid promotion, you absolutely have to tell YouTube it's paid promotion. When you upload your video, there's a box that says, does this include paid promotion? If you click yes, YouTube tells you. We may run competitors' ads on your ad, but you have to tell us. And if you don't tell us, you're breaking the rules. And if you break the rules, you could lose your channel. Philip Bennett's here. NBA Jam a classic. He's heating up. He's on fire. And then there was also Dick Vitale who said, serendipity, baby. But that wasn't an NBA Jam thing. I'm a child of the 90s. Deal with it. Rent for a few months and you have time to look and compare prices. Is October a good time to buy a house? Okay, so probably not. The good time to buy a house is going to be November, December, and that's the 2 best months of the year likely to buy a house. There's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, most realtors get really, really slow after Thanksgiving. Okay, now they get slow because people don't move as much. Good realtors will try to pump their pipeline up all through the summer so they can keep themselves going. In sales, a pipeline is your leads. If you stop working for 30 to 45 days, you stop calling and contacting people, 2 months down the road, you got no work and life sucks. Okay, so if you come in November with a realtor who is not busy, he or she has all the time in the world for you. The second reason it's good to buy a house at the end of the year is that mortgage lenders are more prone to give out loans because they have to hit criteria, they have to hit their quotas for the year, and the last few weeks of the year are the times when they may be more prone to give you terms that you like. So what it is spaghetti pasta. Ew, I'm glad you're not sitting in front of me. Literally, you'd smell that. When you get to the end of the year, you're more likely to negotiate a term as a person borrowing the money than if you were when they have lots of people trying to get money to them. Not to say that unqualified people can get a loan. They're not going to get a loan if you're not qualified. But if you want a better interest rate, you want better terms, you could probably get that at the end of the year. Dina is here. What's up, Dina? How you doing? I'll be flea-oping houses when the crash hits. Romeo, you gotta lay off the Jacks and Coke. I'm just kidding, Romeo. Might be a teetotaler. I don't want to offend anybody. I think he says that he'd be looking for houses when a crash happens. Martin D is here. Steve D is here. Yeah, we'll have the Max Headroom background. Coke. Oh, it was Pepsi. Wow, Max Headroom. He was a Pepsi guy, I think. Yeah, I appreciate it. Max Headroom was one of those things in the 80s. And if you guys want to see something crazy, look it up on Wikipedia. It has its own entry. It's the Max Headroom signal intrusion case. And it's signal intrusion used to be where a television station would have their feed hijacked. And there was a guy in Chicago. And it was very strange. It'll give you nightmares. I asked Fauci today for permission to wipe my butt. And what did Fauci say? He said, listen, as long as you use the vaccine, you can wipe your butt. You're not going to get a transmission as long as you promise me that you're going to get a vaccine in the future. Because Bill Gates called me and he said you all have to get vaccines. But there may not be a vaccine. And wear your mask. And don't go out of your house except for on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. That's Fauci. 50,000 by January. Maybe. It could be 50,000. I don't know. I got to up my game. I got to do better for you guys because it's about serving people. Well, he was in a hospital, so I think he did the right thing. I don't know. I think we're having a conversation that I don't know. Hello from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Hey, Ray from San Francisco. I'm in Reno right now. Hold on. Oh, my God. It chats. Okay, right now. And casinos like Peppermill are overrun and packed. Shout out, please, Steven. So Ray F. Ramos from San Francisco is up in Reno. Very nice. Dr. Fauci says, don't do that. Dear Dr. Fauci, is it okay to wipe my butt? I've been dirty for 3 months. Whatever you do, that's the most transmissible, communicable disease ever existing in the history of everything. And if you do that, then a cat dies. There you go. Housing will crash hard when there's a second shutdown soon. I don't think there's going to be a second shutdown. I think Vegas turns into a classic gaming kind of place. And they might have to even close during the weekdays. But I think it'll be open on the weekends. Blackjack is why is Jack Black making fewer and fewer appearances? I cleaned this room today and it's very, very hot this week. Very, very, very hot. And it's so hot that even in this room right now, it's probably 85 degrees. It's 92 degrees by the end of this chat in this room. I know because I'll turn on my AC. Jersey T, I got your message on my Patreon wall. Thank you for posting to my creators wall on Patreon. You guys can fire up a conversation there and I'll see it. And I haven't answered you back, but thank you, Jersey T. Did this back in the recession. Flipped out there. I live in Michigan. I want to dress up as Dr. Fauci for Halloween. You're going to dress up as an old white dude for Halloween in today's society? Good luck, Philip. That was a joke. Okay, yeah. Look at this guy. He's racist. Okay, no, I'm not. It was a joke. It was a joke. Gosh, you guys, I'm already seeing the dislikes on this video. Huntington, West Virginia. Wow, I never even heard of that place. I bet you it's beautiful. West Virginia is a beautiful place with beautiful people in it. So thank you, Jerry, for saying hello. What's on my mask? This mask is going to be slightly see-through. This mask is, I don't even know if I have this material anymore. This might be a one-off. This is one, oh, see, you can't even see it, but what do we got here on the mask? Let's see if I can actually take the mask off. Whatever you do, so this mask here, don't take your mask off. See if the camera will focus on me. This one here is, see how black my green screen goes when I lose the light? This one here is some Betsy Ross roosters and some Stars and Spangled Banner roosters. And I actually can show you the masks on the inside right now. You guys can see the stitching and everything like that. And they're fine masks. This one here, we don't make these style ever, but we do have this material, I think. These are some like peppers, but the green screen is messing with it. We don't make these anymore. Special requests, but those suck. Nobody likes those. And this one here is got, what do we got on this? This has some green, so it's going to be messy. This one has mice. So I'm going to cover most of the green up on this side, and you guys can see some, oh yeah, see, you can see the blind mice, 3 blind mice. But again, that's the insides with the liner, and it's from Funky Liner. I got this from somebody watching. I got this from April. I'll just say this. April, I don't know if she's in the chats, but she sent me some liner, and that was very nice. And this one, you will not see it all because it's a green baseball, but it's on the website, vegasfacemask.com, and the liner on the inside is this funky stuff. And man, that's some weird green screen action. I should make a red screen, but then like my hat won't work right, and nothing will work right. Okay, you can't think about Vegas getting back to normal until the vaccine is produced and passed around. Dave says, Dav, got your email, buddy. Dav is a music person. They do great music. You might want to check them out online. He sent me some CDs, and I did get your email, and I will answer it this weekend. Ono is here with $2. Thank you so much, Oh no, that's 200 yen. Guys, the thing is about 100 to 1 exchange rate. So if you hear something in Japan costs 2,000 yen, that's about $200, I think. Or is it 20,000 yen? I'm not good at math. Tokyo's in the house. You know, when I go down the strip sometimes, I'm so impressed with all the technology, and then I see pictures of Tokyo, and I realize that we ain't got nothing on Tokyo in terms of video display screens. Tokyo, people from Japan are very, very nice. Very nice people. You meet them, they're very polite. They're very well organized and regimented. It's a societal thing, and I sure do appreciate that. And they didn't get hit as hard in Japan by the C-19 as we did here. That might be because they've been wearing face masks as from what I read, and you could tell me, oh no, it's a sign of disrespect to be sick and not wearing one for the last 20, 30, 40 years. Stephen, do you really think the vaccine will be ready early 2021? What I'm being told is the vaccine will be ready late 2020, not even 2021. I have a feeling, though, that it'll be politicized, and it'll be politicized to death. And I don't like that it will be, but if it saves lives, I say, you know, let's do it. Let's do it now, as Arnold would say. Exchange rates are hard. It was harder for all of Japan. They had the financial meltdown in the 90s, and it was tough for them, absolutely. No vaccines, no thanks, El Queso says. The funny thing is that vaccines have gone to give us a better quality of life. I'll get a vaccine. I'll do it on my video if they'll let me. I'll show you guys that I'll do it. And the reason I'm going to do it is because, oh my God, you know what? We have to be stronger than our conspiracy theories in our head. Did you watch the latest JRE? I haven't seen Joe for a while. YouTube stopped sending me his notifications for some reason. And even then, it's a 2-hour commitment, so I listen to them, and I can't hear all of them. Joe Rogan's an excellent podcaster. Somebody once said, you'll get a Joe Rogan deal. And I'm like, no, that ain't going to happen. But you know what? Joe Rogan started off really small. Go watch his very first. He was just talking about MMA with his buddies on a bad webcam. But that was the technology back then. Ooh, I like this one a whole bunch. Those are the stars out there. VegasFaceMask.com. I get great reviews. That's actually the wife that gets them. Okay, so no vaccine is going to be the first step to the mark of the beast. People have been saying that for a very long time, actually. People have been saying that forever. And if you go and you watch the history, they were talking about barcodes, cashless pay apps, the cell phone itself. They've been talking about the mark of the beast as long as people have been biblical talking about the mark of the beast. Now, whether or not you're a Christian or you're Jewish or you're a heretic or you're a nihilist or you're a Buddhist, you have your beliefs, and those beliefs exist in a lot of different cultures, unfortunately. Herd immunity, Tom, is the only way out of this. Herd immunity exists because vaccines can help people form antibodies. So people are getting the vaccines right now confused with the flu vaccine. The idea here is that if we form antibodies once with something as individualistic as COVID, that wish I didn't say COVID. YouTube hates me now. If we get to that point with C19, hopefully we can have herd immunity quicker. Thank you so much for the exchange rate, Wall Street. We see that. Even the New York Times admitted 20% of people have already had it. Even the CDC has, trying to use my $1 million words. The CDC has put out that possibly 35% of people have had it. They did a test in Connecticut in a small little village, and it turned out that 2/3 of all the people in that town had it already. So that's like a lot of thirds. That's a lot of people. It's not the mark, I said. It's one step closer for the Antichrist to reveal himself, Vinny says. Okay, well, that's good. I mean, well, it's not good, but, I'm glad that you're not saying it is the mark, because a lot of people are, unfortunately. Militant atheist here. Okay, Destroyer J, very good. It's interesting to listen to debates between educated atheists and educated people who are of the cloth or of the Bible or of the religious sect. NWO, oh my gosh, that's the wrestling. That's true. I'm confused. Did people say those crazy things about the polio vaccine in the day? No, but people had a lot more concerns on their mind back in the day. We went from a society where most of us worked in hard labor jobs to most of us sit on a chair and get back pain. There's a lot of different stressors on our life right now. We'll have herd immunity before a vaccine goes mainstream. Make Las Vegas great again. I like it, Reno. I like your attitude. That's some positive thinking. Well, if you can't buy or sell without a vaccine, then I think we have a problem. Well, I don't know what to tell you. So Wall Street asks me if I should do a slots channel. I think a slots video. You guys have asked me to play slots in the past, and some people have told me I should, and I don't know that I can make it interesting for you. I would like to hear your comments in the chat right now. Do you think that if I took 20 or 50 bucks and threw it into a slot machine, you'd watch me play that slot? And what is so special about guys like Brian Christopher? He's a super nice guy, Brian Christopher. I reached out to him. He took the time to get back to me. I can't imagine he's anything but super busy. For the record, his channel is nearly 10 times the size of mine. So for him to get back to a little peon like me, and at the time I had less than 10,000 subscribers, that was very nice of him. But do you think I should do slots? You tell me. Keno instead of slots. Keno is a game of waiting. That's the problem. Slots are never ending and they keep going. Keno, you got to wait for the Keno draws. Penny slots to make the video last longer. Okay. If 35% had it, we're basically at herd immunity. Keep in mind, only 25% got swine flu, and then swine flu went away. Very interesting, Ross. I wonder if this thing is mutating. I don't care to watch you play slots, Jim says. Okay. No, there are many slot videos. Steven has his own thing. Interesting. Herd immunity will be hard with a morphing virus. People have already getting more COVID. Yes, I would watch, Robert says. Stephen M. Bent says, I'm moving back to Vegas. Nice, in September. Stephen, are you buying a house or are you renting a house? If you're buying, I have a realtor. If not, you're renting. I hope that you have a great time in Las Vegas. I like the sports book, so I think it looks like the sports book will start making money soon. This is true. We have baseball starting. We have hockey starting. We have football starting. Whether or not they will have fans, that's interesting. Now, there is something about those casinos. The casinos have secretly done something. From what I've heard, the casinos have put out a memo that goes all around to the different casino properties and says basically, we don't want people filming in our casinos anymore. Watch them and ask them to leave. And if they keep coming back, blacklist them, possibly. Because the casinos will have an unofficial black book that I can't prove exists of people they don't want in the property, just like how the state has their own black book. And if that's the case, I don't want to be caught up in that mess. I want to be somebody who can set foot in a casino with my wife and eat a nice meal someday with pride, Steven is buying. Very cool. Yeah, I got a great realtor. We're gonna have Josh on the channel. He talks about buying and selling a home in the C19 market, about the difference now than what it was before, about why prices on homes are so high. I'll make that the video I do tomorrow, which means I'll have to do a bunch of stuff tonight after this video, which is totally fine. We'll rent September 1st, October. That's very cool, very smart. I want Trump's mask. It's cool. I didn't know that Donald was wearing a mask right now. How big of a house will $450,000 buy me in a decent area of Vegas? Plenty big. You could get a 2,500 to 3,000 square foot home, William, if not bigger, depending on your trade-offs. If you're willing to live in an older home or if you want a brand new home, it's going to be the difference. BC Slots loses thousands as well. Comp and Ruddy's makes him a good business. Well, very smart. I never thought of that, Pete. That is very smart. Good place to buy a used car, Trav says. I don't know the answer to that. I'd say the Valley Auto Mall, probably, if they have used cars. There's a giant car dealership called the Valley Auto Mall, but there's also places like CarMax, obviously. Okay, Raja is a big spender, probably tipped security video and seizures. Most of the properties are okay with slot gamblers. They just don't want people roaming. What would that apply to people filming slots? As long as they have permission from the hotel. There's a couple of you guys who have told me that certain channels have permission to film in the hotels. I have permission from 2 hotels to film the slots. One of them is more recent permission. The other one might not exist anymore. They might have revoked that. Steven, maybe some... Come here, you. They were asking for you, buddy. Come on. Steven, my man. Steven, maybe some different content might help increase the subscriber base. I personally don't care about slots, but I would watch if you were doing it. Very cool. Okay, look at this. Steven, my man, just made it for the live stream 2 days in a row. Very nice. Oh! There he is. There he is. Do you have to wear a mask at the pools? Yes, you're supposed to wear a mask at the pools, as asinine as that sounds. Don't buy in an HOA neighborhood. HOAs can be bullies in Vegas. This is true. HOAs can also help you keep your neighborhood nice. This is true, too. But they can also take your home if you miss your HOAs. Are you looking at the Bellagio? What's at the Bellagio? That's a Bellagio fountain back there. That's the Eiffel Tower, buddy. You don't understand anything because it's just green to you. So I have a cat. Yes, I have 3 cats, Genevieve. I posted on my Facebook page in my group yesterday. This is Blackjack. We got him. Oh, ow, he's clawing me. As I mentioned in that post, Blackjack was a tiny little kitten. It would fit in the palm of your hand. And during 2008, during the crisis, people started leaving Las Vegas in droves. And we ended up seeing him in the parking lot around my birthday, walking around with gum on him, tiny, hungry. We took him in, and he turned out to be a 25-pound Bombay. And I've realized he doesn't like the bright lights. That's why he turns his head while he's on the camera, because I have the very bright ring lights. So he's being a little bit blinded right now. Slots, worst payouts ever. A minimum bet of 25 cents and one line can pay you 5 cents. I think people play slots because it's a non-thinking game, and that's not to say they're not thinkers, but sometimes people just want to turn off and see the dopamine feeling when they hit something. Gregory is here. Why are CV numbers so high in Nevada, in your opinion? Well, there's a number of reasons they could be higher. Number 1, we're testing more than we've ever tested before. Number 2, we've welcomed the world back to Las Vegas, and the world is asymptomatic as heck, and the world is going to be spreading it to people who are here. And then you have a lot of other factors. You have the looky-loos that are here that wanted to get back to the Strip and see it. All like the people that live here, and they would go back, and nobody was wearing a mask for a few weeks at least. So the mask mandate, I think, started on the 23rd or the 24th, and now we all have to wear them. But for a time, we weren't walking around asymptomatic with all the other people coming in, and I'm not blaming you for being asymptomatic. How would you even know? And then they go back to their homes and their places of business, and then they spread it to everybody else, and they tell 2 friends, and they tell 2 friends, and so on, and so on. And it's exponential, okay? Look, if you can infect 8 people, and they can infect 8 people, it's like this old riddle. You ever heard this old riddle, guys? It's like this old riddle. It's not a riddle. It's an old parable. It's about a man who was conscripted by one of the emperors in old imperial China when every single state had their own dynasty or something like that. And he says, I wish to build, for you to build me the largest palace in all of China. What will you charge me? And he says, once finished, I request 1 grain of rice on the first day and then double the grains of rice thereon and thereforth. And the emperor laughs at him and he says, you are such a fool. Of course I will pay you what you want. So on day 1, the guy gets paid 1 grain of rice. And I'm doing a math calculation on my phone. On day 2, it's 2 grains. And then they double that. 2 times 2 equals 4 equals 8, 16, 24, 32. By the time a couple of dozen days have passed, I'm just pressing the button about 50 times. He has a ridiculous number that my calculator can't even calculate, and it's in green, so you can't even see it. It's exponential math, and that's the way this spreads, and that's why people have to be so careful when they come here and wear a mask in order to protect not themselves, but others from themselves. It's the way pandemics work, yep. Strip is slower tonight. I think it's the word got out on the cases going up, or it just has to be hot outside. It is 103 degrees right now at 9:12 in the evening, that's for sure. Steve D is super cool. Thank you, Steve D. I like Steve D. He actually is a cool guy, and I have something that he gave me, and I have a book too by Richard Wilk. I'm going to have to read this book, Connected Vegas Style, True Tales from the VIP Playground, and it was autographed by him. To Steven, enjoy the read. Thanks for the interview, Richard Wilk. So that was nice of him too. So we got some cool people that have been in the chats lately. Wham said, wham, wake me up before you go. Wham said that bars don't serve food were ordered closed by the governor. Is it true? Yeah, that's true. That's true. All the bars that don't serve food at all are closed by the governor. And that means casinos as well. But that means that the people that go to eat at a restaurant can still drink, and you can still sit in the lounge and have a bar bring you, I think is how it works. Is Jollibee any good? I like Jollibee. I don't like their chicken. I like their burgers. They make some good burgers, and they have the absolute best gravy. Slot Lady makes bank, Steven. She films every day. Dave, we don't know what her losses are. That's like saying I went into the casino and I won $2,000, but meanwhile you lost $3,000. I'm sure she does very well for herself. If you mean bank off her channel, she probably does, but you have to build that. So maybe I won't do those videos. Compound interest, or interest on interest, is calculated with a compound interest formula. The formula for the compound interest is P1 plus RN whatever. I don't know math. You might as well put some gibberish there, but I'm sure Wall Street is very correct. For your eyes only, Martin says. Okay, John Boy deleted this guy. What did David say that made John Boy upset? John Boy never gets upset. Oh, he said F the masks. Okay, David, you're awesome. You've never been in my chat before. Hey, why don't you enjoy a 5-minute timeout, because you seem to not want to play nice. So a center bar like at Red Rock would be closed, so casinos are not exempt. Nope, they're not exempt. And that's because I was thinking about contact tracing the other day, and I think there is something to it. I'm not saying that it's a good thing. I think it's Big Brother, and Big Brother not doing very well with us. But if you, for example, in a city like Las Vegas, if people went to the doctor, they went to the hospital, they tested positive, they're not super sick, but they still test positive. And you say, well, what did you do in the last 2 weeks? And you say, I went to Sarah's house, Bill's house, and Mark's house. And then another person said they went to Bill's house. Or they go to Bill, and Bill is sick, and Bill works at the Bellagio, and then they start testing around. They could tell that I shouldn't have said Bellagio. First of all, there's no truth to what I just said. If they turned out that Bill went to Casino A and worked there, now, I'm not saying Bellagio has a problem. That's not what I'm saying. So legal threats go away. I not heard anything, and I'm not saying that. So you're safe to go to Bellagio as far as we know. But if the Casino A had problems, then Casino A would be the contact trace route, and we would know to look for gaps in the system in Casino A, and we'd be able to go look to see if they have problems with masks and so on and so forth. Thank you for your rationale. There are 50 days. Friends lining up their masks and gloves. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate it. Any slots with bonuses a money pit? Probably, Jim. And you always should play max bet. That's all I know. Oh, man, I got to drink that water. It's the essence of all life. I don't want to talk to anyone at the bar anyways. Terry, some people do like that. It's a very social aspect for them. Vegas will be great again. Not leaving Las Vegas makes Vegas great. Well, thank you for that. I really hate that they closed down the Texas and Fiesta casinos. CG, I went to the Texas a few times. It's not in my neck of the woods. It's not anywhere close to me, but I understand. It's a small little locals place, and some people really like them. Robert from Seattle, boom, I wear a mask while surfing, Richard says. Okay, you surf in TJ, right? I mean, how is the surf down there, first of all? I used to live on the beach in La Playa de Tijuana. We used to watch guys fishing, and sometimes they would catch giant manta rays. But the best part of Tijuana on that beach is chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and watching the horizon. And you can see the dolphins at night. It's so cool, man. It's so cool. Okay, let's see here. Thanks, Robert. Yep. What did Trav say that was so bad? Oh, my God. He said, I kind of want it to happen. Imagine Russ and a badass AB. I don't know what that means, but okay. Let's see what else we got here. I highly recommend going to the Hooters Hotel. Hooters is gone. It's the Oyo. I think there's still a Hooters in there, but Oyo has remained closed, so you can't go anywhere. But Oyo was one of the biggest recipients of PUA money, or is it PUA? Oyo was one of the biggest recipients of the money that kept the businesses going. Is it safe to go to Vegas right now? What are your thoughts? Nuffy says. Look, here's the thing. It's as safe as, number one, your biochemistry and any pre-existing conditions you should have. And you need to know. And if you don't know you have them, maybe you have high blood pressure. Maybe you have diabetes or pre-diabetes. These are all things that complicate what we're dealing with. So if you don't know, you don't know. Maybe you got to get your annual checkup. Maybe that's a smart thing. You should be doing that anyways, right? Secondly, if you come here, you're supposed to wear a mask when you're inside. It would be a good idea when you're outside at the Bellagio fountain and it's a billion people in front to do that too. Thirdly, don't touch your face. Sanitize the heck out of your hands. And maybe you want to wait a few weeks to see if the numbers start going down. Whoa, Stephanie, love your channel. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. I drove the strip from work today and was kind of dead. Yeah. And Evan's mom says, thanks, Steven, and you're awesome. And Argos Garcia says, 5, keep it up. Thank you. I'm trying my best, my friend. I'm trying my best. Millennials having C19 parties. Read of a newsfeed where a person had a party and died of it. Yep. And they're thinking of a lawsuit because it was a parent's idea. Parents' idea. But here's the thing. You got to remember this. You might not know this. You might not have ever heard of this. Parents have done things like this in the past. If they find out that one person has, one of their children has chickenpox, Paul, my God, you guys are way nice. If they find out that one child has chickenpox, they may introduce chickenpox to the other children. The reason being, chickenpox in adults can be deadly, so they want their kids to have an immunity to it. And there's no vaccine for chickenpox. Now, is that right? No, because you can get complications from chickenpox when you're a child as well. Is it responsible of the parents? No. Is anybody suing the parents? No. Reason being, we're not at that point. C19 parties are highly irresponsible. I hope you guys don't ever consider something like that. Hello, Steven. I've been enjoying your channel for a few weeks now. We are coming to Vegas again at the end of August. Is smoking allowed in casinos with a mask? Yes. However, as far as I understand it, the park is going to be non-smoking. MGM is investigating non-smoking. One of my YouTube people that I met in real life texted me, I've not heard anything, but they're trying to push for non-smoking everywhere, but you could still smoke in the casinos as long as it's not an area. Now, some of the casinos have non-smoking areas. They're mandated by a sign, and that's what they're doing right now. And I think it's to try to make people feel healthy and safe and sound. There is a vax for the pox, smallpox. Is there a vax for chicken pox? I don't even know. Why don't you tell me? Chicken pox vaccine. So let's see if we have that, because I don't know. I had it when I was a kid, and maybe it's a new vaccine, but it looks like there is a chickenpox vaccine. The varicella vaccine is given out as a shot when kids are between 12 to 15 months old. Yeah, so there it is. They get a booster for the shot anywhere at 4 to 6. Kids who are older than 6 but younger than 13 who have not had chickenpox may also get the vaccine when 2 to 2. Oh my, that sounds complicated, doesn't it? That sounds incredibly complicated. But hey, I'm no doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice. My grandmother says the word all the time. I don't know. Let's see who else. We got Paul. Masks up, especially in crowded areas. Yeah, you got to have your mask on when it's crowded. That's the main thing. It's not just about being inside. Okay, so do you still get free drinks if you're playing slots? Yes, most of the casinos will do that for you. The virus just seems to hit certain people wrong, and that's what makes it so slippery and bad. Man, I had the chicken pox when I was in 5th grade, and it was covered head to toe in bumps. I apparently had it so bad, it was just horrendous for me, and I remember having it. SJC, do all casinos give us free masks upon entry? Yes, they will. They have boxes of them at the entryways. Now, some of the casinos have been doing a better job of this than others. From the very get-go, from the outset, Bellagio has been doing it. Excalibur has been having them available for you, but not having they didn't have personnel to give them to you. Now they do. And also, who else had them? MGM Grand. So those 3 MGM Resorts properties were pretty good, and I have to give them credit for that. Nice background, Samuel says. Well, the wife picked this one out. It's pretty good. She picks out most of my clothes and now my backgrounds. Played a doctor in the 1980s. Martin, I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. Clink. Hard Rock in Tampa has non-smoking on a separate floor or 2 floors. Pick one and enjoy. Do you have to go through the non-smoking floor to get to the smoking floor? That would make it useless. Only the shadow knows. Yeah, the shadow knows. Minneapolis is wearing masks, but the numbers are up. We're wearing masks and the numbers are up. There's a 2-week lag time, you guys should know. And most of these places only instituted mask laws in the last week or 2. Beefy. Everyone who has the internet plays a doctor these days. Yeah, you get sick, you go on the Wikipedia, you're convinced you're going to die. It's really bad. I ate a balut today. Oh my God, Richard, I feel so sad for you. Unless you liked it, I couldn't do it. If you guys don't know, a balut is a Filipino street food that you eat when you're drunk in most cases. Although I'm sure you can eat it when you're not drunk. It's a partially formed chicken fetus. I'm not making any of that up, and I've never had one. Is Caesar's still giving $20 for wearing a mask? I don't believe so. Considering it's a mandate now, they don't have to pay out on that. This is a non-smoking chat. I'll go outside and watch. So Steve, Bellagio let you sit on the roof tonight. Yeah, man, I get all of the access to nowhere at all because I'm just a bottom of the barrel blog. Seriously, man, I don't know what it would take for a Vegas video blogger to get any kind of attention from casinos. Maybe if they hit 1 million, then they might get access. But then the casino, I don't know. Halo Halo is great. I love Halo Halo. Halo Halo is another Filipino delicacy. It's a type of dessert. Starts off with you put different layers of things. You have coconut in there, you have jellies in there, like boba jellies, you have some fruits, you put ice cream, condensed milk, ice, and halo halo literally means mix, and you halo halo, you mix it all together, and it's very good stuff. Someone owes me money from all this COVID sacrifice. Okay, all right. What happened to the Palm? They invested so much to reboot, but now they aren't going to open for another year. I like views of Strip and Palm from Rio. So you know what? Guess what? I think I know what's with the Palms. I'll do a video on that. So if you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe to the channel, Strip from Rio, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys aren't, because I'm going to do a video on that. I think it's quite interesting what it could be all about. To me, it's more or less they are having an issue with the labor unions. Okay, the labor unions were trying to unionize at the Palms before all of this happened. It got to the point where they were actually fighting it in Supreme Court of somewhere, I don't know, one of the higher courts, because when it was sold to Station Casinos, who owns the Palms now, they said, hey, are you going to let our guys, your people vote and see if they want to be part of the culinary? Station said, sure. They had a vote. Everybody wanted to join. The station said, you can't join. So if I were in the Station Casinos people's place, I would likely just not even open, because you don't want to deal with the unions. And the unions right now are getting a lot of what they want because of the C-19 virus. Good night, everyone. Steven, I'll send you an email. Thank you, Steven M. Benz. I appreciate it. What are the payday lenders making? I'm sure they are. I mean, Paul, I'm sure the payday lenders are way up. They've been advertising 24/7 all the time on all of the different radio stations forever, not just right now. I miss Palms. I went to see the Sticks there. The Dream Police, is that them? Is it the Dream Police? Yeah, I think that's who it is. What's your best and worst show you've seen in Vegas? Sin City Comedy Club wasn't very funny. That was probably the worst amount of comedians. We've been there twice. I don't even think it's around anymore. I saw Caw. Caw was a great show. Vegas, the show is surprisingly good for a small show. Steven, please place a link to your Facebook live stream video so you can get your 1,500 likes you mentioned the other day. Yeah, so I have a Facebook page. I can look that up right now. And the Facebook page is called Not Leaving Las Vegas. Now, you may not be on Facebook. You might just say, I hate Facebook, and that's totally fine if that's the case. It's facebook.com/Not Leaving Las Vegas. And I can put it in there a few times so you guys can see that there. And if you guys want to go like the page, I started posting to it in earnest recently. Oh, Cheap Tricks. Oh, no. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Okay, V Variety Show was good there. Do you know about the Rio? I'm booked there going next month. I don't know much about the Rio. If you booked at the Rio, though, they're going to move your reservation to another Caesars property, so they will not put you out in the streets. Is Vegas closing again? Not that I know of. They're actually opening Bally's on the 23rd of this month, so I don't think that we're going to have a closing situation happening. Oh, we have to also go over the thanks, and we have 3 levels here. Level 1, Local Lost Vegan. That's the people watching and chatting. Level 2 are the moderators. They can also be a level 3 or a level 4. We unofficially have 4 levels. Then we have level 3. That's people like J Mac, who was super generous. Everybody's super generous, but his is a dark red color. Sherry Johnson, Larry Las Vegas, Evans Mom, Jersey T, Ono, Stephen Bentz, Gregory Nemisek, Robert Jimenez, Stephen M. Bentz, Argos Garcia, Paul Rotter. You guys have been super generous. Then we have level 4. That's our Patreons. And we're not doing a Patreon commercial right now, but they're also on Patreon, and those people are ongoing. And thank you for all your support. Stephen, place a link in your green screen behind you. Ugh, man, I have too many links there, don't I? I have lots of different links, and I could do that, but it's becoming a NASCAR commercial. But thank you, Steve D. I will take that up, and maybe I'll make an overlay, and I will do that in the future. So Sticks is not really Sticks with us. Dennis D. Young. Is this Dennis D. Young? Be honest, man. That's a joke from Family Guy. Where did I hear that the Rio was considered for location for Major League Baseball? Was that you? Yes, it was me. I did a video on that. It was a live stream. It wasn't very good. Will the Rio be replaced with a baseball stadium? Probably not. You know, the Rio is in a precarious spot, too far away from the interstate. There's no on-ramp near it. That's not true. There's one on Spring Mountain Road. But they just don't have the space to build something, and it's too much money. Would you recommend the Bellagio in 2 weeks? I would recommend the Bellagio anytime. One of the top tier properties in Las Vegas. You cannot go wrong at the Bellagio. Love the Flamingo, but those damn steps from the main casino floors to the elevators. The Flamingo was built in a different day and age. Yeah, some of those old casinos have weird little tricks like that where you got to walk down a flight of stairs to get anywhere. Let's see, Tommy Shaw. Okay, I don't know about that. BS, all your live streams are pretty good. Thank you, 885 Blackjack. But I used to not be as good on live streams. I'm getting better. Try to get better every day. Has anyone been to the AE? I don't know about that, Matt. I'll leave that to the chats. I know a guy who's a real estate investor. He says land near the Sahara will be an NBA arena. Well, they've already approved that project. It's called the All-Net Arena, and it was spearheaded by a guy who played on the UNLV basketball team. But the problem is they've just never been able to get the funding and the financing off the ground. It's actually right beside the Fontainebleau, which became the Drew. Steve, what's the deal with buffets? The deal is pretty simple. The buffets right now that are open are the Bellagio and also the Cosmopolitan's Wicked Spoon for brunch and also the South Point. South Point, you walk up like you used to and they give you the food themselves. The Bellagio, did I say Bellagio? It's not Bellagio, it's Wynn. The Wynn Buffet, the South Point, and the Cosmopolitan. The Wynn Buffet brings you the food while you're sitting at the table, so it's not really a buffet, it's just a restaurant. And then you have also the Cosmopolitan, and that's where I think they bring you the food there too. Open season, Wall Street Warlord is a Wall Street New York system. Wow. Okay. Well, look at that. That's a lot of information about you. I wouldn't tell anybody that, but that's your call, Wall Street. Oh my goodness. Vegas has great thrift stores. I've heard a rumor that the thrift stores are getting a lot of stock from companies that have gone out of business, and they're trying to liquidate all their stuff. So Goodwill has a lot of stuff that's brand new right now, I've heard. The Planet Hollywood is the Planet Hollywood closed. Now, they were supposed to be opening on the 3rd, and I heard they pushed it to the 13th. How long is the honeydew list? Tomorrow I have to put laminate tiles underneath the sink that we had fixed. I have to fold laundry. I have to do a bunch of stuff for the face masks. We just got all this material in for the Vegas face masks right here. Well, we didn't get it in. We went to Hobby Lobby and Joann's. So with that, we have these seashells that were really popular before. It's green, we'll throw it off. I have some Halloween stuff right here, so we have Halloween. We have some Christmas stuff, although it looks like Jägermeister. This is green, so this will be fun. Look at that. Oh, you're not dreaming. That's weird. That's shamrocks. And then we have some cats, because everybody loves a cat. I got Halloween stuff. I got to take pictures of all this stuff, Day of the Dead type of stuff right here. And then we already had this. This is just some steaks and stuff. So we have all this. I got to take pictures of all this, put it all on the website. Not leaving Las Vegas. The You Son of a Bee, I'm in. You son of a bee. Dylan, you son of a bee. Yeah, not leaving Las Vegas. The You Son of a Bee, I'm in. I think that's what you're referring to, Martin. Thank you guys for being generous to me. God, I don't know. 8x7 quick. 8x7 is 40, 48, 52? No, it's 56. Do a quick discount on mask. Do you give discount on mask? Tommy boy, they're 2 for $25. I don't discount the masks. The reason being that my wife has to hand make them. She literally hand cuts them, hand sews them, front, back, and liner, then puts them together, then threads them, then wraps them. Then I do all the work on getting the shipping and taking them to the post office. But they're 2 for $25, and there's no shipping cost. So, I mean, it's not... do I discount? I don't discount them for anybody. And military, I love the military. I love all people. Sorry, I can't discount something that takes her that long to make because then she's basically working for about $3 an hour. Steven, would you Photoshop a daytime picture of New York, New York with blackjack in front or in the back? I could try that. That might be fun, Steve D. Hello from Canyon Country, California. I bought 2 masks. Love them. I'll be buying 4 more for my sons and daughters. Thank you, Caroline. I'm here every night. Love your streams. Thank you, Joseph. Yeah, I know, Joseph, you are a heavy hitter hotshot around here. You're always in my chats and you're always saying good stuff. Thank you so much. What did 885 Blackjack say that was so bad? Why should LGBT get a discount? I thought you wanted to be equal. That's not very nice, 885. Let's be cool to people right now. I don't know. Some people always just want a discount, and it's a question, and I'm not offended by it. And I hope you're not offended by it either. Where are the contacts? They're in the thing because my eyes are tired today. Good night, John Boy. She makes them at 100-degree heat. Well, she does. We do have an AC in there now, so it's only about 80 because we have a small AC unit. I know we don't have central air in our house. We're crazy. It's $10,000 to fix it. How long does each mask take? I'd say from start to finish, maybe about an hour. maybe about an hour, and that's with my time and her time combined. Is Miracle Mile open? Yes, Miracle Mile is wide open for business. You can walk through the Miracle Mile. You might not see a lot of businesses open. Michael in Hamilton is here. Michael, I love me some Hamilton. Hamilton is a good old steel town. I don't know if they still make steel up there, but I flew in out of Hamilton one day on WestJet, and we used to go there all the time as a kid. I had a brunch at Queen's University with the Hamilton Tiger Cats when I was a little kid. Are you a speed reader? No, I'm not a speed reader. I just try to see the comments in the chats. That's why wearing contacts can be a pain. That's why my lens from yesterday didn't work, because when I got too close, it blurred. Hola, Steven. Hola, Carlos. Hi, Steven. I heart Vegas. I'm so sad to leave. I'm flying home. I have a lovely time here, flying home in a few minutes. Well, thank you, Danisha. You're the last thing I'm the last Vegas thing you're going to see. Don't play the slots at the airport. They're the worst odds on the slots. What does 115 degrees feel like? Is it much more uncomfortable than 100? Yes, absolutely it is. I went out of the house at 8:45 this morning. It was 103 degrees. And it feels like you just get tired very, very quickly. There's no reason for it. You just don't like it. Your body kind of starts to feel tired. It's a burning. You can feel it on your clothes. It sucks. Martin says, not leaving Las Vegas live stream. You son of a bee, I'm in. Followed by Snake Jazz. Morty McFly in the house. Let's squanch the squanch. Okay, yeah, the son of a bee I'm in is a more Rick and Morty reference. Man, I got to watch me some Rick and Morty tonight. Are you bringing Dakar to the dealer? No, Paul, I'm not. Thank you, Martin Alvarez. He's full of Rick and Morty references. If you guys have never seen the show, it's a very smart show, but their fans, not Mr. Alvarez, but some of their fans think they're smarter than you. But that sucks. Yeah, no, I'm not bringing it to the dealership. That would be absurd. They will charge me 4 times what it's worth to fix. Joseph, whoa, always enjoy your streams. I'll be joining your Patreon. Thank you, Joseph. I have to get more active on Patreon. I looked it up. There's a Patreon stat called Graphtreon. It turns out my Patreon is actually, I didn't know if it was popular. It turns out it's much more popular than I thought it was. I have 244 Patreon members. It may be 243 or 240. I haven't checked in a while. And I try my best to make sure that you guys have a great experience on it. But I don't post enough content, so I'm going to have to post way more content on my Patreon. I'm just logging in right now to see that it's actually at 244, and I don't know why, but you guys seem to be very supportive of me. I won 300 on a slot at the airport when I was waiting for my flight to leave Las Vegas. Oh, red pill, you gotta prove me wrong. Wubba lubba dub dub means I am in constant pain. Let's see, $20 score for Wall Street. Very good. Let's see here. Hello, Martin D. Everybody's here. Mirage is closed. However, they're accepting reservations. They should be open mid-August is what I'm hearing, but I can't prove it. It's just a rumor right now. I'm content with your content. Thank you, Martin. I appreciate it. Can somebody actually want money at the slots at McCarran? See, Tata knows. The Shadow knows, and Tata knows. Trying to sign up for Patreon. Ask me to create, not donate. What do you do to donate? You can go to Not Leaving Las Vegas. So go to this link here. It's in my link description. It's Patreon. I gotta type it out. My God. HTTPS //www. I feel like a 90-year-old. Patreon.com/Not Leaving Las Vegas. You can do this one, and that way it'll say join if you want to, and that'll work for you, I think, unless I put you to some site you shouldn't go to. Yeah, it'll say join on that page if you guys want to. Their website says August 6th. Okay, I thought it was the middle, August 6th. What's up with the purple gum from Canada? What purple gum from Canada, CJ? I don't know. I haven't been to Canada since 2004, and I don't know about purple gum. Are you talking about purple bubble or whatever it's called? Don't know how to do this every night. Do videos, ship baskets and work. Makes me feel lazy. Well, I was, you're not lazy. It's fine. You probably have a nice life, and that's good. I want you to be happy. I slacked for 10 years, so now I'm playing catch up. Oh, so that's how you do the chat. I had to sign in with iPad and not phone. I don't know. You can chat on an Android phone. I guess you can't do it on an iPhone. That's crazy. Anyone been in the Cosmo lately? I was in the Cosmo a week or two ago. Chula Vista and Rosarita are in the house. Hubba Bubba or Double Bubble. That's what I'm thinking, man. And CJ's daddy, before you even see it, pitching in for the car maintenance. Thank you, CJ's daddy. You are very generous. Thank you. Okay, did you know when you hike Derek, you're supposed to rent helmets? That's what we learned when we were there. When you hike Derek, Derek is a blogger from All You Can Eat Vegas. You shouldn't be hiking on that guy. He's a nice guy. Be nice to Derek. Don't hike all over Derek, man. Red Rock. Oh, okay. When you hike Red Rock. I didn't know you're supposed to wear helmets. I've never seen anybody wearing helmets in Red Rock. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. What's your square footage of your house? 10 grams seems too much to get fixed. A lot. It's big. We're renting a house and it's big. It's like 2,900 square feet, and there's probably 2 units on this house. And so you have 2 units. You can't run one for the entire house. But apparently there's some major problem with the compressor. It's going to need to be drained. It's going to need brand new coolant. And I don't know. That's just what I was told the homeowner said it would be. So any thoughts on Cosmo following Gaming Commission regulations? Well, they better be following it now. The last time we were in the Cosmo, they stopped my wife because her face mask was not on, and they told her to put it up, and then they handed her a paper one. And I hate the paper ones. The paper ones are going to be so bad for the environment. 2020 will be the year that the Green New Deal was something that people screamed about, and then face masks were littered everywhere, ironically enough. Pretty shameful you have to ask for a discount because you're blank. Don't, please, 885, can you just stop with that? I don't want, okay, I don't care your political party, but can you stop with that? Somebody asked for a discount. I might say, can I get the Canada discount? When I go to the auto mechanics garage, I might say, can I get the discount from my company? Let's not be mad at each other, okay? And don't censor 885. I love him to death. He's always in the chats. Cosmo was on point with masks. If someone had not shaft, I know things about the Cosmo. That's all I will leave it at. Cosmo tried to kick me out, even though I have permission to film. I wasn't very happy with that. But Cosmo has some deals in the newspaper. Go look up the Review Journal and read about the Cosmos story. They are on point now, thankfully. For a while back, there was some accusations that I can't prove and tell you are true or untrue that they were definitely not. And so I'm glad the Cosmo is doing the right thing. I'm going to save more money and wait to go to Vegas. It's way too hot to wear a mask right now. No bueno. We're all going to have like suntan lines where the masks should go. Is the Cromwell open? It is not open. Rumor has it that they're filming some kind of major Hollywood production there. That's what they've said. Richard from SoCal Stuff has lived in SoCal all of their life. Very good. Hey, new to the live chat, are you reading this? No, Lisa, Zaraf, I'm not reading it. I don't read anybody's chats. Florida is really lax with, that was a joke. That's the joke. Florida is really lax. That wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was actually McBain from The Simpsons. Let's see here. Florida is really lax with masks and can walk in anywhere without a mask, and they haven't heard anyone say anything about minds their business. I don't know. Blackjack, yeah, it was 113 outside today. It was hot. Purple gum in Canada is probably Thrills gum. Purple-colored chiclets, I guess. They do chiclets in Mexico, too. The kids will try to sell you them on the beach to make a few bucks for themselves. Do they have bats in the Luxor? I don't know. There's actually bats near this pawn shop I go to all the time, and you can hear them screaming and shrieking. And you look up and you can't find them. So I don't know. Ocean's 25, that'll be the worst sequel in the world. Just be 25 Danny Oceans all digitally imposed to look like George Clooney when he was George Clooney. Now he's just a caricature of himself, living the high life, buying alcohol brands. I'm George Clooney. Look at me at the Nobu with a cocktail glass. I'll get you 2 Disney tickets when it opens again, William. That's very nice of you, William. I appreciate that. Richard from SoCal. I'm in Chula Vista. Stephen, who gets more fan mail? You or Blackjack? Blackjack's never gotten fan mail. I don't know if they've ever gotten a few fan letters. I do have a P.O. box. It is in my descriptions of all my videos. Most people don't know that. Maybe if I told people I did, but then they would accuse me of pandering to try to get me stuff to be sending me stuff. Like, for example, I got this from somebody. It was Cindy from Best Las Vegas Gifts, and she does great gift baskets. And she gave me this. It's a Silver Knights hat. I got that going on, and that was nice to get because I can't find these anywhere. That's our AHL affiliate team. It's a silver horse because we have wild horses in Nevada. Do you like to eat dried fish? No, my wife eats it sometimes. That's not my thing, William. My favorite Filipino foods are more Americanized. I know, raise the price by 10% and they give a 10% discount. Boom! You have solved the marketing quagmire, DJ John B. That surprises me that your listeners haven't sent some catnip or something. It does surprise me too, but that's okay. We love Las Vegas and we love buffets. I do too. Disney did open today. That's one thing where I can say, whoa, Disney opened today. I was looking at the pictures. There wasn't a lot of people in Disney today, unfortunately. Okay, Mr. Riviera loved gambling and playing pinball there. Yeah, they had at one point, Red Pill says, so at one point, over at the Riviera, they actually did have all of the slot machines. They have a bunch of pinball machines from the Pinball Hall of Fame. And this one time, this managers in sales, he took me over there and he just had a bunch of money and we just played pinball because it was like a really rainy, cold day out. And I think he was over the job. Robert De Niro, one of the owners of Nobu, got his alimony reduced to only $75,000 a month. Well, like Tony Robbins likes to say, well, money doesn't solve problems. You just pull up to your problems in a nicer car. Is there any fine for not wearing a mask in the casinos? Yes, it's imposed on the casinos. It's imposed on the casinos, not on the person, okay? So the person doesn't have to deal with it. Hey, David, we don't talk about that stuff here. It's a PG-13 channel because that's what YouTube likes. Pinball Hall of Fame will have a new location near Mandalay next year. They'll probably put it somewhere near the Mandalay. It would be smart to do. Maybe they put it by the Shelby Museum. What's the current vibe of the Vegas Strip? I don't know. Let me see. There's a live stream going on. I'm going to be out there tomorrow at 7:30, I said. Did I say 7:30? It's going to be tomorrow at 7:30. I can see what the current vibe is right now. We'll go look at one of their live streams. I'm sure there's a streamer kicking my ass. Let's see what he's got. He's got live, because I went live when he was going live, which was stupid. Holy crap, I'm beating this person. That doesn't make any sense. Well, it looks like there's plenty of people in front of the Bellagio right now, and I can't show you his stream because I don't want to get copyright infringed by this person. But yeah, but he only has 470 people watching. Somehow I'm beating his numbers, and I'm just a guy with a microphone sitting on a chair. I made it. Am I too late? Kinda. I might go for another 20 minutes, but that's okay. We'll talk about some Vegas stuff for 20 minutes. You are the vibe, baby. Be the vibe. I might run into you tomorrow night. That'll be fun. I run into a lot of people. I'm charging up my wireless microphones right now so I can do some impromptu interviews. He needs to upgrade his video. It's not his fault. When you get out on the strip, I use a brand new phone. This phone just came out 3 months ago. It's 4 months ago, and this phone can have bad connections too. You're at the mercy. You're absolutely at the mercy of your provider. It's not their fault when it looks bad. Lower the mic. Okay, lower the mic. There we go. When was your first impression of Hoover Dam when you saw it? Super incredibly blown away. I was just little, and it was even bigger than it is now because I'm bigger. And then I was blown away by the Memorial Bridge. What's that? The Tillman Callahan Memorial Bridge. And that's, of course, named after Pat Tillman, a patriot who decided to give up a football career and then got killed by friendly fire. Oh, my God. That guy's a hero. But, yeah, then Callahan, I think it was Callahan, he was a politician from Arizona that did a lot of good things. And that bridge is taller than the Hoover Dam itself. It's an amazing sight to be seen. It's a crazy. I missed 32 minutes. It was earlier tonight. You started, I think, only missed 16 minutes last night. Well, thank you for watching, Gator Girl. I appreciate you. Let's see here. Ooh, we got lots of chats happening. What is your favorite locals place? My wife and I like Red Rock. It's a nice place. We also go to the JW Marriott. I had to cancel again. So over these BS idiot governors making ridiculous rules, N95 masks capacity to stop 0.3 microns. The virus is 0.12 microns in diameter. Governors don't do the math. They do the fear. Go Ducks. It's not about the microns to stop it. I think a lot of people don't understand the reason why we are mandated to wear masks. Would you guys like me to tell you the reasons why I think we should wear masks? And it's not because my wife sells them. We were wearing masks before she even made a mask. Do they have spiders in Calgary? I once saw a spider this big in Calgary. It freaked me out, but that was only in the summertime. So I could tell you guys about the masks. Love the tattoo vid. That was fun. Thank you, Desiree. Hey, man, I like your YouTube setup. What software do you use? I'm using a little box. It's called, I don't know, Live Gamer or something like that. And then I'm also using a Panasonic Lumix G9 camera, and I'm using a nice lens, and then I use OBS broadcasting software with this mic, which isn't the best mic, but it was given to me by a very generous person named Matt, who's also in these chats a lot of the time, and he lent it to me before he, decides he wants it back. I'm going to use it, and I need to get a Rode mic, but they're very expensive. That might make my audio quality better. So yeah, the deal with the masks is simple. It's not about microns getting through the mask. It's about the saliva and the spit and the spray when you sneeze in a mask. And that's really what it is. This one here, any mask that you wear will stop the spray. And that's what it's all about. Plus, you don't touch your face as much and you don't spray it as much. So that's it, man. It's not about that. Whoa, Susanna Thornton is here from Australia. Thank you, Susanna. Just because you're awesome, that's nice of you. I appreciate you. Akoff wants you guys to hit the like button. You were wearing the mask before COVID? That's interesting, man. You have great foresight. No, 885. I was wearing the mask before my wife made masks. I'm pretty sure that's what I said. So some people will accuse me of saying we should wear masks because my wife makes them. But before she was making them, we were wearing the paper masks when they said it's probably a good idea. And it was especially when the CDC guy backtracked on his whole thing about masks. That's the big confusion right now. The same expert that worked for, I think, the WHO or the CDC at one point said masks don't do anything. And then he said, well, you know what? The spray might be a problem. It might be aerosolized. People have COVID and don't know it. They're super spreaders until they get sick. And they may never get sick, Martin, and that's the real rub on this. Actually, just put a pillow in the freezer and take it out just before you go to bed. Yeah, you know what? That's true, Del Lam. I use a bamboo pillow, which stays cool all the time. I want to get a My Pillow, but, you know, I don't know. Every time I go to buy a My Pillow, I give... That guy is great. What a great story. The guy was a crack addict, and now he's a multimillionaire and doing nice things for the people of Minnesota. He's from Minnesota. Shaft, I still have a $5 chip. Very good. Make sure you trade your $5 chip in before they cancel the chips. How about a wrestler's mask? You could wear a lucha mask. I can't say the name. It's Mexican wrestling. It's fun stuff. Masks can help you not get blasted with a full infection. I don't know about that, Terry, but maybe that's true. I went to Hoover Dam a few years back. Blew me away, as we're seeing in person. As someone who worked for an engineering company, I appreciate the scale and detail some of the mega resorts are built to. That's one of the things that people say, why should I come here to Las Vegas? And I say because of the engineering and the the scale of the buildings. They're just massive mega structures. You know, there used to be a TV show called Mega Structures on one of those channels like Nat Geo or Discovery. The Strip is mega structure after mega structure. I want to go see the Petronas Towers in Kuala Lumpur. I want to go see the world because of the buildings in the world. I want to see the Eiffel Tower, a massive marvel of engineering, hundreds of years old. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is an engineering marvel. You know, the arches in Rome that are hundreds of years old. An arch is one of the strongest things you can put into nature. My Pillow, 5,000 commercials per day. It drives me crazy. Me too. I have a Vegas mask. Ducks. Go Ducks go. Unless you mean Mighty Ducks or the Ducks of Anaheim or whatever they call themselves. Mega structure. Do you know Martin's being a little brown humor there? Steven, I was asking if Richard Wilk will consider giving Not Lives in Las Vegas a discount code on rooms. I would love to stay there if they can beat Four Queens no resort fee. So this will be funny. That would be funny. I'm going to take a picture of this and post it to his social media because that's a funny thing. And he's going to think I put you up to it, but I totally didn't put you up to it, my friend. So that would be funny. I'm going to actually take a picture of that. Boom. Now I got a picture on my camera phone. All right, so we got Kane, cool mask. Yep. We could do the Silence of the Lamb mask. It would be made out of human flesh. That would be horrible. Don't ever do that. So I was watching another live stream. They were talking to an employee at one of the hotels. According to the employee, Luxor and Excalibur are being torn down. Wow, the low-level employees low so much. Don't believe the hype. That was a Public Enemy thing. I wouldn't believe the hype when somebody tells you from second, third-hand information that they're tearing the casinos down. And the reason I wouldn't believe the hype is simple, okay? These are publicly traded companies. When they're going to make a move like that, they are forced to tell the world because their investors need to know how they invest their money. It's the same way that Elon Musk gets in trouble because he says too much stuff on his Twitter feed, and then the Security and Exchanges Commission, which is the regulatory overlord of the United States when it comes to stocks, says, hey, you can't give that kind of information out to just anybody. You have to give it out to everybody. So there's another example of fake tubers. And I hope that information does not cause people to cancel reservations or do anything unresponsible. Richard Dragon is a genius. What did Richard Dragon say? I don't even see it here. Where is Richard Dragon? Most legit Vegas YouTuber. Oh, thank you so much. Whoa, Kaibo gave me $13.99 Canadian. Virus smaller than 0.3 microns, but is carried in aerosols much bigger. Masks at least reduce the viral load that you're exposed to. Viral load and severity of symptoms are related. I'm a dentist. He is very right. Kaibo is very right. So here's what they're discovering in Italy. In Italia, there's a doctor in Italy, and he said, the virus, it is a smaller viral load. That's how they talk in Italy. They talk like this. I know. I'm offending somebody somewhere. And Kaibo, thank you for your generosity. So what he said was the viral load is lower in the new patients. Now that could be because the new patients are younger, but the higher the viral load, okay, the higher the octane. You go to the gas station, what do you buy? You buy 89, 91 or something like that. That's an octane level. That's a level of things in the gas that cause it to be a higher burning fuel. Virus load that's higher is bad. That's bad, okay? Bad virus loads are bad. High virus loads, that's Mr. Mackey. It's a terrible impression. Higher viral loads are going to be worse for you. He's right. He's right. Yes, aerosolization is bad. Here's a crazy thing. Unless you wear Google with a mask, goggles with a mask, you can still get it through your eyes. Yes, you got to keep your distance as well. That is very smart. Yeah, I know you didn't mean Google, but probably had an autocorrect there. Knight's Landing tonight. Whoa, you are very generous, guys. You're awesome. How do people spread the flu virus? Kokomo, they do it in the same way. Now, here we go. We've just opened the door of the argument of this is no much worse than the flu. Yes, it is. Here's why. Here's why. This virus, if you pick it apart and look at the actual way it operates, it is like this, okay? You can get a dog in your house, and a dog can have hair and it gets in your clothes, and then you can just go like this, and then the hair comes off your clothes. If you get a Dalmatian, the hair on the Dalmatian has little barbs. It never comes off your clothes. It's a pain in the butt. You have to groom your dog. This thing here tends to attach to our bodies and our cells much more aggressively. So yeah, it's a type of flu virus. All coronaviruses are flu viruses because under a super microscope, they look like a crown. Crown in corona being the Latin-based Spanish word for crown. So they are all coronaviruses. This version of the coronavirus is incredibly infectious, spreads super fast from people, person to person, and seems to target the blood and the lungs, especially in people with high blood pressure, diabetes, asthma, bronchitis, chronic pneumonia, COPD, in ways that the regular flu virus doesn't. So whereas, yes, this might have the survivability rate in a regular person, it's way worse in people who have an actual sickness and pre-existing condition. And that's a scary thing for a lot of people. And that's why I at first bought the argument of this is just a flu virus. But as I studied and read hundreds and hundreds, and I'm talking, you don't have to believe a word I tell you. I sat and read hundreds of different articles on this thing, from everything to where I had to look up every other word to where I totally understood it. And then I read the conspiracies about it. And less, the more I read, the less and less the conspiracies made any sense to me, my friends. The more I read, the more I said, Sam, I am, this is a bad thing for us as a people because of the way we have been operating for the last 20 or 30 years. It is what it is, man. But we have to be more careful. That's all it is. Oh, man. Okay, so Irwing face shields look scary. Chris wants to say that they're very different families. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm totally wrong. List your sources. Yeah, let me go find hundreds of different things from my Google history that I've read. I've read things from the New England Journal of Medicine. I've read things from British journals. I've gone and translated Chinese papers from Hong Kong University over. I've just read a bunch of sources, and I'm not beholden to prove anything to anybody because you shouldn't listen to me. You should go read your own sources. I'm not some kind of source for you, am I? Because I tell you all the time, make your own decision. Born of Metal is in the house. I feel like I want to do like a rock star pose when I see Born of Metal, and I think of Tenacious D and that song, The Metal. It's a very good heavy metal song. Go listen to The Metal by Tenacious D. SJC is well liked in Queens. Thank you, Frank Paula. Shout out to Queens and all of the other boroughs. Speaking of conspiracies, it could be the rollout of 5G, except for the fact that it's in countries where they have no 4G, let alone 5G. So how do you logic that? How do you get to there? How do you get to small little islands in the middle of nowhere? Because it's literally traveled to small islands with a population of 50 where they don't even have cell phone service, to where we are now, to where you're telling me it's a 5G thing. I don't know about that. I think they know what they're talking about. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know. It's my first day. When is my Richard Wilk video? Whoever said I was doing a Richard Wilk video? I don't know about that. I wonder if he's in the chat. He's probably not. No, he's not. Richard Dragon's here. Richard from SoCal Stuff and Rich Leggett are here. So there you go. What if you want to just give shout outs to everybody? You just type A and then A and then AB and then AC and you say AD, AE, AF. There's nobody else. Hey, shout out to Arthur Stevenson and Argos Garcia. That worked. Steven, the Louis Theroux movie with Richard Wilk. And it's kind of boring, but nice to see how Las Vegas looked back then. I sent you the link. I saw that. Thank you, Steve D. Yes, there was a documentary he did with the BBC. Vegas club's opening? Oh, no, my friend. Not anytime soon. Not until we get to the bottom of why the uptick keeps happening. Face shields fog up, scratched up, lose ability to see, and when you cough, it clouds up. Yeah, so basically, these are good because they don't really fog your glasses. They're good for the older folks that you have in your life that you want to keep safe, and that's one thing about it. I've never had these really fog up. Now, once winter comes, all bets are off. I might be wearing my contacts a lot more during the day. No cure for any RA-based virus, common colds of the same family. Just have to live with it. We'll just have to live with it. Went to South Point Casino, no checking at the doors, not much cleaning. Ooh, I can't substantiate that, but Carol says that the South Point wasn't doing their jobs. Uh-oh. The popcorn bucket never went out of style. Okay, here we go. Well, guys, I want to tell you this. You guys are great. You're the best audience on all of YouTube. I can't even tell you how happy I am when I come into these chats and I see people that are willing to listen to what I have to say. And that's very, very nice of you for being here. And thank you guys very, very much. Let's see what else we got. I can only imagine how much money nightclubs and day clubs are losing, to the point where I believe a lot of them will be out of business. They will go out of business. I can imagine... I guess streamers can see who's here even if not chatting. Yeah, so what you do, Jeff, you can do it too, Jeff. Jeff can do it too. You type the @ symbol on your keyboard. Then you type the first 2 letters of who you're looking for. So, for example, if I want to see if BA, I see Bal6644 and Balthasar Brat. Hey, Balthasar Brat, you have a cool icon with a guy blowing bubblegum. If I type in CA, I can see that Carol Nicole and the family are in the chat. Big shout out to Carol Brandt and Carlos Mariano Toza. You can do stuff. You can do things. N-A, no N-A, N-E. New Hampshire rideshare guy is here. How's the rideshare business? Are you Uber, Lyft, or do you do the deliveries too? And I have Northeast Ohio landscape. You can do this all night. It doesn't really matter. If you want to make people happy, you just type the @ symbol and 2 letters randomly. Shouts out to Sasha Fox, Samuel Manila, Sally Davis, and Sandman57. That's all you got to do, my friends. I can't snap my fingers worth a damn. Coin shortage, what's up with that? Yeah, a lot of stories you might have noticed are telling you that there's a coin shortage happening. That's because the U.S. Mint claims that C19 virus made it hard to print coins. Whatever. So now we have a coin shortage. It seems like an exceptionally warm summer. Jim, we haven't hit 117. When we hit 117, we will have that going on. But yeah, so they're claiming that there's no coins. Well, just mint some coins. You print unlimited money anyways, Treasury. You've been doing it for years. It's not a Trump thing, by the way. They've been printing unlimited money for probably 20, 30 years since we went off the gold standard. If you guys don't know, the United States Treasury used to be used to measure other currencies because we had X amount of gold in the Treasury and there was physical gold, so we knew how many bills we would print. The currency history is really interesting. You should go learn about the history of paper money. And it was just a promissory note, so you didn't have to carry a bunch of gold around in your pocket or a bunch of things. And so they would give you a thing where something you would store your valuable gold or your thing at the vault, and then the bank would say, okay, you have $100 worth of gold. Here's $100 bill. And then if you took that money and gave it to somebody else, they could always go to the bank that issued it and get the gold value out of it. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Steven Martin is here. Midnight River Tim, we sure hope not. Oh, everybody's chatting about something else. I can just sit back and watch the wheels go round and round like John Lennon would say. Okay, so that's it, guys. Look, we made it to 1 hour and 27 minutes. And right now, people are just chatting amongst themselves, which is great. And I love you guys for that. And I guess that means that my job here is done. We went off the gold standard under Nixon for Saudi oil. Well, that could be what that is. I don't know. It is what it is. But you guys are great. And I appreciate you guys being here. Okay, we have to get going because guess what? When you run out of things to say, it becomes a bad live stream. So you got to do like the amazing Kreskin and amaze the audience, then leave. So we're going to get to the chopper. We're going to say goodnight in the next 2 minutes or so. And I've been to Container Park. People need to upgrade their personal hygiene practices, more hand washing, don't leave your used gum on the machines. Well, you should have been doing that for years. And now look what it is. It's C19 virus. All right, Jerry says people trust my opinion. Thank you guys. You guys are great. I'm a gentleman and a scholar. Thank you, Robert Jimenez. Thank you. Hi, Steven and me and my husband, Jeff, says, hi, how are you? I'm great and a creative chef. What kind of cooking do you do? Sorry if I offended anyone earlier. It's not meant that way. 885 Blackjack, you are awesome to say those kinds of things. Nobody apologizes nowadays, so you are head and tails over a lot of people. So what are we going to do in terms of Arnold right now? Let's do this. Come on, let's go like this. Come here, baby. Come on. Look at this cat. Oh, my God, he's so tense. He doesn't like the lights. Look at you. Oh, my God, you're a star. Go ahead, but me. Look at that. There's people. It's watching. Look at all the people. Purr to the microphone. Oh, you can hear him, can't you? It's Blackjack and Steven Hour on the YouTubes. That's a terrible impression. Some of the words I'm not very good at. But me and Blackjack say thank you. Have you tested any of the backgrounds posted on your Facebook? I've not, my friend, but I will. You've been very nice. Some people were making ads for Vegas face mask over there. That was cool. You guys are great. I got a Blackjack. We got 885 Blackjack. We got to click out of here in about 45 seconds. So come on, let's do it. Come on, come to Vegas. Wear your masks. Wash your hands, you filthy. It's terrible. Sometimes Marlon's not good. Who is your daddy and what does he do? He would eat other people's lunches and I tell him to stop it. But he doesn't like the lights. I can tell you that's why he's so turned away from them right now. But I'll post up some Blackjack stuff, probably on Patreon, so you guys might want to check that out. Oh, you're ruining my nice shirt, dude. I also have VegasFaceMask.com. The wife makes them. Look about 10 days for creation and delivery, if not 14, okay? You guys are good. Yes, this is a green screen. That's why I disappear when I do this. Don't worry, my arms are not actually cut off. You guys are great. You guys are wonderful. Thank you for watching. Now's the time of the video. We're wasting I'm out of gas. 3, 2, 1, click. 3, 2, 1, and you guys are great. Okay, click.